Hi, we're really excited to be here. We're going to start by telling you a little bit about our school. We are a magnet school in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And that means we take kids that are zoned from our neighborhood as well as kids that apply to come to our school from other neighborhoods around New York City. We currently service pre-K through 4th grade. And Edusight is being used in the technology classroom, 2 kindergarten classrooms, a 1st grade classroom, and a 2nd grade classroom.
And so what it looks like, basically teachers at home or at school will input student data onto the Edusight platform, and the data is aggregated by Edusight into a really visually appealing format. So once you put the information in, bars, graphs, charts, everything comes up, your highest students, your lowest students. It's really nice to see all of the information without having to do much of the work. The data is accessible wherever you can reach an internet. So wherever you are at home, on vacation, at school, instead of lugging everything with you, it's right there.
So it's made it a lot easier to capture and manage our data. So originally, we have to assess every lesson we do. So we have a checklist for every single lesson, and that checklist is on paper. And now we're able to take that data and put it in and see what it looks like over time, what it looks like over time for each student. And we're not logging all these papers around. It's actually easier to see like trends in data and which skills specifically kids are strong in or weak in, and then make adjustments to our teaching based on that data.
And based on the data, we can also group our students and see which strands weren't necessarily received best by the students so that we could reteach into those, see which ones were mastered easily so that we don't have to spend too much time on those concepts and ideas. We can share our data by printing it. It's also accessible to the teachers on the team using Edusight, and eventually to the platform for the school, for admin as well. And it basically allows us to work smarter, not harder, and finally gives us a chance to step away from the data and be able to look at it instead of just constantly putting it in somewhere and then not knowing what to do with it.
So we're really excited about future plans. Our Edusight team, our STEAM Edusight team, has been really responsive and wonderful. We've been giving them feedback, and they've been making real-time changes to the software as we need it, sometimes late into the night, working really hard to make these changes because we're like, I really need this by tomorrow. And they we're really excited about sharing it at parent-teacher conferences, so really showing parents those charts and graphs and artifacts showing. We'll get into that. We're going to go into the app, but actually showing them examples and being able to explain this is where your child needs to work on it. This is what your child is really excelling in. And this iPad app is really going to put us over the top because that's going to let us gather data real time as we are walking around with the students. So eliminating that step altogether of putting anything on paper.
So we're Edusight. So we started out building out a grade book that actually lets teachers capture grades and comments within the classroom. And so just show you a quick demo of what to look at. So you know it's a real thing. I'm just going to show you like a few views that you can see. So the classes are on the left-hand side. Click on a class. At a glance, you can see the different students that are in the class, what the grades they have. There's an assessment view, so you can see and create quizzes, homework assessments, tests. Like these are pretty standard things that you can see, but it's nicely designed. You can drag quizzes to different buckets, things like that. And then within the grade book, it's all color-coded. You can grade by different levels and grades specifically. And then go into specific student and see how they progress. So there's different comments on the feed here, and to see how Kobe Bryant here has progressed throughout the whole year. There's also the analytics view, so you can actually see as a class how the students have progressed throughout the year chronologically, who are the students that require attention, and who are the students who are doing quite well. And then there's also a histogram, so you can see like, oh, these are the students that are struggling the most at a glance. We've worked alongside Brooklyn Arbor, hands-on, and then they gave us a lot of feedback, and we realized that, as Tia mentioned, like they wanted to capture notes within the classroom as well. So we're actually launching the Notes app on an iPad coming early 2015, and I'm just going to show you a quick video demo.
Hi, welcome to Edusight Notes. Here's a quick preview of our new app. Start by selecting a class. Let's take a look at Stacy's profile. The timeline lets you easily review all the notes and photos you've taken of Stacy's learning in class. At any time, you can quickly add a new note. You can also take a photo. Let's take a photo of Stacy's latest writing assignment. It's super easy. And now we can add a caption for context. And voila! We've just added another photo to Stacy's portfolio. Edusight Notes helps you capture the moments that matter. You can review them at any time and assess your students' learning with more than just a grade. Sign up today for early access to Edusight Notes.
That's it. Thank you.